Hello there, welcome to another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer, myself. I'm Jesse, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing a beer that I did have once before. This is Ass Kisser's Porter Pounder. It is a smoked porter, and I gotta say, I've never been super impressed with Ass Kisser beers. I've had quite a few before. I've had their Hefeweizen, which I thought was unbalanced. I had their vanilla pale ale, which tasted like vanilla water to me, no hop character whatsoever. And for a pale ale, I was especially disappointed with that beer. Um, I've had their double IPA, which that one was actually okay. The best one I've ever had from them was probably their chocolate Bach. But this one, well, let's get into what I think about this one with this review. Again, I did say I had it once before, but anyway, this beer gets an 83 from Beer Advocate, which is good, and that's with 163 ratings. It gets 94 on Rate Beer, and that's overall with a 95 for the style, and the Bros give it a 78, which is just okay. It has an ABV of 8%. The availability is rotating. The style's an American Porter. Now, Ass Kisser. On the bottle here, it says this is brewed and bottled by Ass Kisser Beverage Company from San Jose, California. But on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer, it's listed as being brewed by Ass Kisser Ales, which obviously it's that company, but I don't know, it's just funny, two different names there. And it seems like I remember seeing some other reviews where it talked about Ass Kisser beers being brewed in like different places. Like I think one was California and one was Florida. I might be thinking of something else. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was Ass Kisser. So I'm not sure if it's a contract brew or exactly how that works. But it seems like I remember seeing different reviews where it was different Ass Kisser beers are brewed in different places. Sometimes the same beer, but it was brewed in different places. So I think it might be a contract brew. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to go on ahead and read what it says on the bottle here. It says, Ass Kisser Ale is a state of mind. Just as you contemplate the flavors of this fine ale, you can contemplate sharing a bottle with a friend or your boss. Maybe they are one and the same, and then again, maybe not. We're just saying. The Ass Kisser Porter Pounder is a dark, rich, balanced ale that is smooth and yet structured with light coffee and mocha aromas. The subtle smoky aroma lures your palate to sip through the dark tan head. Enjoy with grilled and spicy foods. Enjoy. Yeah, I don't know why it says enjoy with and then directly after that statement it says enjoy. But anyway, yeah. It's funny, this beer actually seemed to launch. I live in North Florida, and it kind of launched here. I started seeing it, not really any smoke. I started seeing it everywhere probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 months ago. And people, even when it first came out, before I tried it, were saying how their beers were mediocre, not really that good. And I've tried quite a few of their beers, haven't really been super impressed with any of them. But the reason why I picked them up again I picked a few up again was because A, I could do a review, and B, I don't think they're going to be around here for much longer because they went from being like $6 a bottle to they're on clearance everywhere. ABC, Total Wine and Spirits, they're on clearance for like going from like $6 a bottle to like $2 a bottle. So I'm pretty sure that they're about to get rid of them because people don't like them. So anyway, I mean, they've had a few that were okay. I really like the chocolate box. This one, as I remember, was all right, but they have some that are just terrible. So I picked up a couple to do reviews on. I got this one, and I also got one that I've never had from them before. Their Strawberry Vite. I'll probably be doing that in the next few reviews. So anyway, let's go on ahead and get an appearance on this. It's a nice dark black color, little bit of light coming through, but it's really dark. It's very, very carbonated for a porter. I mean, I'm seeing loads of bubbles coming up there. kind of a medium tan head, looks pretty creamy. Uh, Pretty small bubbles there. Not super creamy, but certainly not frothy. Anyway, let's go ahead and get a nose on this. Definitely picking up a little bit of that smoky flavor. It's nice to have a smoked porter that does have, a smoky aroma to it, because I've had some smoked porters where it just tastes like a porter. There's no smoky character to it at all. So definitely smell a little bit of smokiness to it. It's not super smoky. This is nothing like the Alaskan smoked porter or something, but a little bit of smokiness there. Dark coffee malts, very, very roasty. A little bit of maybe a hint of chocolate. There's some sweetness there, some vanilla, some coconut, maybe some brown sugar. Certainly not over complex. For a porter, it seems to be right on the money. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. Nice flavor, kind of smoky, bacony almost. A little too carbonated for me for a porter. Like, this is really, really carbonated, really fizzy. It's like a Coke or something. I mean, look at that. That is just super, super carbonated. But the malts and the flavor are nice. Not really picking up on a hop presence. One good thing I can say about it, for 8% ABV, I'm not picking up on any alcohol. But there's that smokiness there. There's the roastiness of the coffee and the chocolate malts. This is one of their better beers, but it still is, it's pretty mediocre. There's nothing like that really stands out about this beer. It's certainly not, it's certainly not catching my attention in any great way. Usually when I have a smoked porter, I do prefer, I like it to be really smoky. But this is, it's okay. It's certainly not a bad beer. I've had a lot of porters that are better, but this, I wouldn't call this a bad beer. Mediocre beer, yeah, but a bad beer, I wouldn't say that. It's okay. It's certainly not over complex. It's pretty simple. It's pretty mellow. None of the characteristics of the flavor, the roasty malts, the smokiness, the kind of sweet undertones of the vanilla and the coconut and caramel and nutmeg, nothing stands out. I guess in that sense you could say it's not unbalanced, but in a way, I've never heard the term underbalanced, but if I could use that for something, I'd use it for this. It's just nothing stands out. Everything's so mellow. Everything's so mild. Again, it's not a bad beer by any means. It's a good beer, but it's a mediocre beer. It's I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Being a higher 7, or a mid, like a 75, but 7 out of 10. That's a C. If you see it and you live in North Florida, definitely pick it up just to try it, because I can tell you now, I'm like almost positive these beers are not going to be here for much longer. They went from being like $6, I think it was $6, maybe $7 for a bomber, a 22-ounce bomber, to being $2. It's on clearance, and it's not just one place. It's on clearance at ABC, Total Wine and Spirits. There's another liquor store up in Yulee, where I work. No, I don't work at the liquor store, but I work in Yulee. There's another liquor store up there, though, where they have it on clearance. It's on clearance everywhere. I'm not seeing I remember seeing it before in 6-packs. I'm not seeing the 6-packs anymore. I'm just seeing the bombers, and they seem to be on clearance everywhere. So I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be around up here. If you see it, pick it up just to try it. But it's not, this is one of their better beers. This and their chocolate box. If you see that, and you want to have an okay beer, pick those up. Some of their other beers, their vanilla porter, their or it's not a vanilla porter, it's a vanilla pale ale, or their Hefeweizen, or they're not good. Um, the double IPA was okay. I had that one. That one was okay. But anyway, yeah, nothing amazing about this beer. Nothing standing out. Nothing that is super great. So again, I do like that this is super mellow. Well, I like that it's super mellow. Yet, even though it's 8% ABV, I can't taste the alcohol. Normally, I like porters. I like stouts when I have them to be full of flavor, to be full of that kind of roasty, those dark chocolate, dark. And I'm tasting the dark, the coffee, the chocolate, the super dark roasty malts. I'm tasting that smokiness, those sweet undertones. But at the same time, it's also low key. The volume is so low on this. I can barely hear it. But it's again, it's okay. Again, 7 out of 10 for Ass Kisser's Porter Pounder. Pick it up if you see it, especially if you live in North Florida. Might not be around for much longer. So anyway, thank you for watching, and keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Post.